The laugh landed first. Sharp, public, meant to bruise. "Oh, you didn't get one?" my wife's mother said, tilting her head as if pity were stitched into her smile. The room followed her cue. Glass clinked, wrapping paper hissed. Laughter bloomed like rot. I stood there, empty-handed by design, feeling my wife stiffen beside me. Her fingers brushed mine. Too light, too late. Her eyes didn't meet mine. They never did when it mattered. Something inside me settled. Not anger. Alignment. I smiled. Calm. Measured. "That's okay," I said. "I brought something for you." The laughter thinned. Just a little. I watched her mother's eyes narrow. Not in fear, but curiosity. She liked games. Always had. She just assumed she was better at them. No one noticed the envelope in my coat. They were too busy enjoying themselves. That was the problem. They thought this was a party. It hadn't started tonight. It never does. It started weeks ago with a look my wife gave her phone. Quick, guarded, intimate. The kind of look you don't give a screen unless someone is reaching back through it. I told myself nothing, then less than nothing. Then I started counting. Late nights, deleted notifications, a name saved under a woman's contact, yet always called during work hours. Her perfume changed, subtle, intentional. I didn't ask questions. Questions are warnings. Instead, I listened. I watched reflections in dark windows. I learned the sound of her footsteps when she was lying. The worst part wasn't the idea of another man. It was the realization that I was no longer in the equation at all. I became furniture, reliable, invisible. Her mother knew. I saw it in the way she spoke through me, never to me. The jokes, the dismissals, the way she'd lean in and whisper to my wife while glancing at me like I was unfinished business. They weren't just hiding something. They were sure I'd never look. I didn't confront. I prepared. Phone records first. Patterns are honest when people aren't. Then cloud backups, forgotten photos synced automatically, reflections in mirrors, a hotel logo burned into a glass behind her smile. I ordered a DNA test too, not because I suspected the child wasn't mine, but because certainty is armor. At dinner, I nodded, paid bills, asked about her day. I became pleasant, predictable. Inside, every piece clicked into place with surgical calm. The man had a name, a history, a wedding ring of his own. The messages weren't passionate, they were logistical, efficient, cruel in their mundanity. "Thursday works. He won't notice. My mother thinks you're right about him." That one stayed with me. I waited, not out of fear, but respect for timing. Truth delivered prematurely loses its edge. The results arrived on a Tuesday. I opened them alone. No shaking, no relief, just confirmation. Our child was mine. I almost laughed. That night I placed the folder on the table between us. No explanation, no accusation. She opened it, read, collapsed inward. "I can explain," she whispered. "I know," I said. "You already did." Her tears came fast, messy, ineffective. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't ask why. Why is a question for people who plan to forgive. I told her to keep her plans, her family, the holidays. "I'll handle Christmas," I said. She didn't understand that either. Back in the living room, her mother reached for another gift. That's when I stepped forward. I placed the envelope in her hands. Inside, printed messages, hotel receipts, a notarized statement, and a letter addressed to her husband, dated, stamped, ready. "I figured you'd want to open yours last," I said softly. Silence collapsed the room. She flipped pages. Her smile died, line by line. My wife started crying, loud now, desperate. I didn't look at her. "You raised her well," I added, strategic, efficient. The laughter never came back. I left before anyone could stop me. I didn't rush. Power doesn't hurry. Outside, the air was clean, cold, honest. I felt lighter, not because I'd won, but because I was done pretending I didn't see the game. Some people mistake kindness for blindness. Others mistake silence for weakness. They were wrong. I walked away without turning back.
already certain of one thing. They would remember me every Christmas. I wouldn't think of them at all.